What is a life hack that seems fake, but is a true lifesaver? Life hack 1. If you stand up too fast and your head starts to spin, rush, blackout, tighten your abs as hard as you can, and it'll help drastically reduce the head rush. You can also do it preemptively to help stop it before it even happens. Life hack 2. Rubbing vegetable oil or any cooking oil on your hands after you cut up jalapenos or other hot peppers. It gets rid of the awfulness that would normally be left on your hands from the peppers. I rub my hands with oil and then wash it off with dish soap. I can totally remove my contacts after doing this. It's crazy how well this works. Life hack 3. I just make things happen with my mind by pretending. If I'm waiting to get on a subway and the platform is busy and I find myself wondering if I'll get on the next train or if I do, how crowded it will be, I just pretend to be easygoing about it. And I become easygoing. I switch to where I'm kind of playing a role, and that becomes the reality. Another one as a procrastinator, this is so stupid and it bugs me that it works, is to count down from 5. And before I hit 0, I do the thing. So I'm wanting to do 25 push-ups because I'm fat and out of shape, and I'm on the couch not wanting to do them. I just out loud say 5, 4, 3, and before 0, I start LOL. Life hack 4. Pen and paper. I once read that many new pilots used to have fatal crashes until someone made pen and paper checklist mandatory. This helped their errors by significant percentage. I have owned fancy Mac, iPhones, apps and softwares for more than a decade. I still use pen and paper to create ideas, checklists, journal my days. I successfully run my businesses, my fitness, literally using pen and paper. It works. Life hack 5. If you are prone to forgetting items before you leave your house, put your car keys under or next to the thing. I get that a key hook or tray is handy, but once I adopted this hack, I stopped leaving shit at home. Life hack 6. Want big, beautiful plants, herbs, veggies, and flowers? Feed your plants with banana peel water. Soak 2 banana peels in a gallon of water overnight. Then, water your plants with it. Life hack 7. Splash some water your face. As a mammal, you have a diving instinct, so water on your face triggers a response. You wake up, there's more oxygen to your brain. You feel better. Plus, your face is wet. Life hack 8. If you to curb your cell phone use, go into display settings and change it to grayscale. Part of what makes our screens addictive are the colors. It sounds silly, but it works for most people. Life hack 9. Use the back of a spoon to spread margarine or jam or whatever spread. You don't have to worry about the angle, and it does not accidentally put holes in your bread or toast. Life hack 10. The best life hack I ever read on Reddit was to heat up a metal spoon with near boiling water and press it against a mosquito bite for less than a second to completely neutralize any itching or irritation for at least 6 hours. The pain is temporary and short-lasting, and it's totally worth it. Nowadays, they sell electronic pens that essentially do this. Try it if you never have before. It amazingly works and is a lifesaver for mosquito magnets like myself. Life hack 11. I don't know if this counts as a life hack, but MDR therapy is extremely helpful for treating trauma, and it involves doing eye movement, or tapping your hands, or holding a vibrating device. One of the premier PTSD experts actually set out to prove it didn't work, because it honestly sounds like BS, right? And instead, proved that it does work. In my EMDR therapy, we discuss negative or traumatic events, and then rewrite the narrative and lock it in with the vibrating device, which is what my therapist uses. Just basically, imagine things were different, and it ducking works somehow. Life hack 12. During pollen season, rinse your hair before bed. Otherwise, you're just depositing pollen on your pillowcase every night and then rolling your face in it all night. And then multiply that by how many nights you use the same pillowcase. Life hack 13. To check if A to AA batteries are full, drop them on a tablet or hard surface from like 15-20 centimeters with the flat minus side down. If they bounce, they're empty, and if they just fall over, they're full. I literally use this almost every day at work. Life hack 14. If you and your friend smoked weed in his mom's apartment and suddenly you learn she'll be home soon and everything stinks, mop the floor. That takes away a lot of the smell. Life hack 15. Have two. 1. Men. If you open the refrigerator door and can't see what you are looking for, but you know it's there, take 3 steps back and look again. 90% of the time you will see it. Not sure why, but it seems to work for both me and my son. And yes, it is a guy thing. 2. Continually say, "Things seem to work out for me." The more we say it, the more it happens, and the more we believe it. Some people who hear us say it have a hard time understanding, but it works. Life hack 16. When walking down the street and a stranger is walking toward you, point your nose the direction you intend to pass them, and they will avoid you without doing that awkward left-right which way do we go dance. Life hack 17. If you're going to a public event, like a market or something, with no specific start time, but it is likely to have crowds, try to show up at 20 or 50 past the hour. This is because people meeting up with friends will likely meet on the hour or half hour and will make the crowds larger. Life hack 18. That rubbing alcohol removes chewing gum. I'd go through a 20-layer deep marketing funnel to get to that tip because it really does work. Also, wow, thank you for all of the awards, nice Redditors. I completely forgot I left this comment and came back, and my notifications had blown up. Life hack 19. If you ever need a public restroom, pull up to a chain hotel, walk in like you the owner of the place, and use the restroom. Convenient check-in, parking out front, very clean restrooms. Can usually grab a complimentary coffee when you're done. They'll even point you in the right direction if you can't find it. Life hack 20. Run hot water over your itchy bug bites. Get it hot enough, and it won't itch for a few hours. Obviously, don't put boiling water on yourself. The hot tap is usually more than hot enough. However, if it's just warm water, it might feel more itchy. No one ever believes me, but it has been a game changer. Life hack 21. While you probably should do the small things that only take 5 minutes now, you can also just let it stay until tomorrow. Remember, you are an adult. Probably if you want an ice cream or a new flower, nothing stops you. Your own happiness are important, and the small things have a big impact. Life hack 22. If you're ever stuck between choices, flip a coin, catch it, slap it on the back of your hand, but don't look at it. Whichever side you're hoping it lands on is the option you chose. Life hack 23. A huge one for me was getting myself into the habit of putting things away, and not just putting them down. I have ADHD, so it's easy for me to set something down and forget its entire existence. That ends up becoming a lot of clutter that I don't want to deal with later. If I just remind myself to put an item away the moment I no longer need it, that already helps to keep my space tidier. Life hack 24. Make extra food and freeze it. Meat sauces and soups being prime examples. You get a nice hot nutritious home-cooked meal with zero prep time aside from thawing it in the nuker. Life hack 25. I used to work for IBM and I once had a lady call and keep me on the phone for at least 30 minutes. Until we finally narrowed down the reason her computer didn't work. It wasn't plugged in. Another good life hack is to make sure that you have properly pressed the red button on the GFI in your bathroom or kitchen before you call me, the electrician. Otherwise, you'll be charged a $100 minimum just for pressing a button, especially after I asked you 6 times, "Did you press the button?" And you said yes. Oh well, nobody's going to come out to your house for free. Life hack 26. To make something happen faster, like waiting in line. Just do something where you'd hate to be interrupted. Like magic, you'll be called next, right in the middle of your online game or interesting article. Life hack 27. Memorize the phone number of a person who you trust the most. You don't get to look up their phone number when you get to make your phone call from jail. Life hack 28. If you want a bug like a type of fly or moth out of a certain room at night, turn off all the lights in the room and on in a other nearby space and wait. The insect will go to where the light is. Life hack 29. If you can't sleep and your mind is racing, try focusing on a random thing. Count for 2 slow, deep breaths and then focus on a completely different word. So for example, I'll think of potato, just that, breathing deeply in and out. Then stage, breathing slowly and deeply. Then purple, and so on. If you find yourself doing this for a while and not dropping off to sleep, add a number as though you are making a list. Life hack 30. You can clean your ball caps by putting them in a mixture of water and a cup of OxyClean for a couple of hours, depending on how dirty the cap is. You'll be amazed by the results. Lifehack 31. If you're in a situation and it feels weird, it is weird. Don't feel bad for reacting to it. People who try to rob or beat you up will likely make your instinctive warning bells go off without them doing anything socially unacceptable. Reacting to any weird behavior is 100% valid. If they're innocent, then they need to learn how not to make people worried. It's not your job to pretend everything is fine when it's not. Lifehack 32. Hold your car remote under your chin. Open your mouth like a foghorn, facing your distant vehicle. Push the lock, unlock, alarm button, doubles or triples your distance in the parking lot. Now you look ridiculous doing it, and it may attract unwanted attention, but mouth gape increases remote distance. It's for real. Lifehack 33. Stay in shape and keep your weight down. Fat kills. I'm 62, was always heavy, and I've had a stroke, heart attack. I'm type 1 diabetic, and now I'm officially handicapped. Can't get around at all. Lifehack 34. Most conflicts can be resolved with honest curiosity. The more you're willing to understand another's point of view, the more they'll be willing to do the same. Lifehack 35. You can easily sharpen disposable safety razors by just folding a paper towel in half, twice, placing it on the counter, and pushing the razor across the paper towel the opposite way you shave with it. Do this between each cut, and it will be like new every time and last many months. Lifehack 36. Mom hack. Diapers are the best household cleaning supplies. Whenever something spills, dog pukes, any liquid-related accident happens, a diaper will soak it up the fastest, and you just throw it away afterwards. Lifehack 37. Just don't worry so much. Take action instead. 9/10, you are far less stressed and feel so much better. Life is generally easier to not give a duck, unless it's truly life-threatening, and even easier to be proactive. Lifehack 38. With the Chipotle issue going on, especially if you like the guacamole and don't want to pay for it, get a veggie bowl with everything you want without the protein. Then order a taco with nothing but the meat and a tortilla on the side. Instead of paying $20 for a normal amount of meat, it'll only be about $14. Lifehack 39. If you're having trouble figuring out why a particular process isn't working the way it should, explain step by step what you're doing to a rubber duck or some other inanimate object. By explaining the process step by step to the duck, you'll often figure out what you're doing wrong. Computer programmers use this technique for debugging their code, but it works for a lot of other things as well. Lifehack 40. Within reason, exercise actually does make you feel good, especially for the ladies. If what's making you feel bad is menstruation related, it's not fair that being on the treadmill is what I should do when I just want to make sweet love to my heating pad. But it really does work. Lifehack 41. Set a reminder on your phone to pop up every day at the same time with the message, "What are 3 things you are grateful for right now?" After a while, it becomes automatic throughout the day to randomly think, "Wow, I'm grateful for this," and really changes how you view your life. Lifehack 42. Eating a banana before bed can help you fall asleep faster and improve sleep quality. The potassium and magnesium in bananas act as natural muscle relaxants, while the carbohydrates help increase serotonin production. This simple trick can be surprisingly effective for better sleep. Lifehack 43. Must be new, but if you need your dog to throw up quickly, use a few tablespoons of new, emphasized unopened and new, hydrogen peroxide. Dog eats a grape or a raisin. One can kill them. They will puke it up, a must-have for all dog owners. Lifehack 44. I've been gatekeeping this one for like 20 years. If you have razor burn, use plain white Dove deodorant on it. And always post-shave. You will never have razor burn again. Particularly helpful in the bikini area. Lifehack 45. Don't read the 5-star reviews for products. There are a lot of fake reviews. Bypass the fake reviews and just read the 3 stars or less to get the good and the bad. Lifehack 46. If you're looking for something that you dropped, a screw or earrings or something of the like, when you're looking for it, describe it out loud to yourself. It helps your brain to focus on just that object. Lifehack 47. Our lives are shaped by the decisions we make, even the smallest of decisions. It really is that simple to have a good, healthy life. Make good decisions and get good results. Lifehack 48. When at stores, you rarely shop at who want a phone number for rewards. Always type your local area code, +867-5309. It has never failed me. Are you Neil? Sure. Lifehack 49. The absolute first rule of tech support is to turn it off and turn it on again. Amazing how many problems it fixes for anything that plugs in or uses batteries. Lifehack 50. Keep paper towels, or better yet, a reusable rag, near your microwave. If your meal makes a mess during hearing, the easiest time to clean it is right away before it dries. Lifehack 51. True Lifesaver. If you are ever attacked by a dog, push your forearm into the bite. This pries the jaws apart and prevents them from clamping down. If a dog is attacking you, the best thing you can do is offer your forearm, push as far back as possible, and then grab the dog by the scruff of its neck with your other hand to hold it. The dog is now functionally muzzled and you have control of its head. The sooner and harder you push into the bite, the less damage the bite will do. Lifehack 50 it is. Counting really slowly with the goal of reaching 150 is a decent way to fall asleep. If you have any thoughts during it, just let them play out. And if you forget what number you're on, just go from what you last remember. If you make any major movements, just start again. The goal is to force your brain into slowing down and not having any jerky motions or thoughts, and eventually reaching such a level of carelessness that you eventually fall asleep without realizing. Helped me quite a few times, especially with rain sounds. Hope it helps some of you too. Lifehack 53. If your car is overheating, turn your heat on full blast. When you turn the heat on in a car, it pulls heat from the engine into the cab, thus cooling the engine. I was taught this in driver's ed 23 years ago. When in high school, my buddy's car would run really hot. I told him to turn the heat on. He wouldn't. I had to convince him it was true by saying I would pay for resulting damage if the temp didn't go down. It was the winter time, and that heat was so dang hot, we had to roll the windows down. But we watched his engine temp drop. I don't believe it's especially uncommon, but if no one ever told you, it would seem counterintuitive. Edit. You go to sleep and tell your wife, "Hey, I made a comment and it has like 400 likes." Then you wake up and your 6Y lifetime karma has doubled. I do hope it helps someone, somewhere, sometime, that didn't already know about it. A few things as a response to some common comments. This doesn't work on electric cars. Depending on your mechanical issue, it may not work at all. It has worked for a lot of people with evidence in this chain. Those junior to me learned this from Dairy of a Wimpy Kid. Those around my generation learned this from Hank Hill. If I can have a millionth of the influence of Hank Hill, I'll take it. Also, King of the Hill reboot news. If you want to know how it works better than me saying, "It pulls heat off the engine," ask your mechanic, or look for those that explained it better in this thread. This is not a permanent fix. This is to get you somewhere to safely address this issue. If you can't afford repairs and do this long term, you are gambling. Know when to hold 'em. Know when to fold 'em. You read all these comments? I hope you have a great day. Lifehack 54. Makeup remover on deodorant stains. Vixella randomly brought it up while talking to chat on Twitch. My husband has a lot of t-shirts with white-stained armpits, so I gave it a shot. It worked. Oh, edit. Hey, I should probably clarify that I used remover Ott wipes, just a generic store brand pack of cleansing towelettes, on my husband's old antiperspirant stained t-shirts from his bachelor days. He switched to a non-staining deodorant a while back. There are a lot of other helpful hacks for this issue added in replies. I'll have to try denim or dryer sheets next time I find a stain to try it on. Lifehack 55. From the amazing book The Gift of Fear by Gavin de Becker. A woman alone who needs assistance is actually far better off choosing someone and asking for help, as opposed to waiting for an unsolicited approach. The person you choose is nowhere near as likely to bring you hazard as is the person who chooses you. Lifehack 56. Clean jewelry with dish soap. Since other cleaning supplies might scratch it, like hand soap or anything that exfoliates, or chemically react with the metals, usually that's harsh cleaning supplies. And dish soap is intended to clean glass and ceramic without scratching it, and silverware without reacting with the metal, etc. Lifehack 57. Run your wrists under cold water, or rub an ice cube on your pulse points to cool down all over quickly when you get overheated. It seems obvious, but I didn't realize it until last summer, working in a warehouse with no AC. Lifehack 58. Smell is closely associated with memory. If you're studying for an exam, buy an odd scented eraser, like pickle scent. Every time you try to memorize something, take a sniff. Take that eraser to the test and sniff it when you're having trouble remembering an answer. Lifehack 59. Use shaving cream as anti-fog. I used it on the inside of my motorcycle visor. Smear it on, let it dry, then rinse off and dry. It also works for bathroom mirrors. You can use it on a small spot so you can still see when you get out of the shower. Lifehack 60. I hesitantly submit squeegeeing yourself off before getting out of the shower. It's so simple. I was dubious, but just use your hands to quickly wipe off excess water and bingo, you're not cold getting out. Lifehack 61. The cheapest, most effective, and safest insecticide against roaches, especially those huge water bug roaches that we have in the south, is a spray bottle of mostly water with just a little liquid dish soap in it. Shake the bottle and get the water a little foamy. Then spray the roaches. They will run, scrabble, and attempt escape, of course, but they will die. The soap film suffocates them faster than any chemicals will. A friend told me about this, and I thought she was nuts, but I tried it, and it works amazingly well. Plus, it's very easy to clean up and safe around food. Not that you want to spray soapy water on your food. Lifehack 62. You start to cough while eating or drinking. Essentially, the went down the wrong pipe. Immediately lift both your arms up in the air and keep them held up for a few seconds. The act opens your airways and will allow you to catch your breath. Also helps food or drink travel downward. My mill taught us this, and it's now second nature. Edit, changed, choke to cough. The Heimlich maneuver should be used if someone has food stuck. Lifehack 63. Put your onion in the freezer for 10 minutes before chopping it. It freezes the juices just enough to slow down the process of it turning into a gas, giving you a few minutes to chop the onion without tears. I learned this tip from a kid's science show years ago, and I haven't had to deal with onion tears since. So many people don't believe me, and then are genuinely surprised when it works. Lifehack 64. Use a wet knife to chop onions. It reduces tears if you have sensitive eyes. It really works. I could barely make it through chopping half an onion without needing multiple breaks before I tried this. Saw it on Life Pro Tips. Just keep the faucet running and dip your knife under periodically while chopping. I still get a little reaction, but nowhere near as bad. Lifehack 65. If you feel suicidal or depressed, don't focus on hope. It is enough to just stay curious. Curiosity has the power to keep you alive far longer than hope ever will. Curiosity leads to engaging work, and this leads to opportunity. Lifehack 66. If you've got a splinter below your skin surface, wrap a banana peel around it, wet side against your skin. It will draw the splinter out most of the time. I don't know how, but it frickin' works. Banana voodoo, Banadoo, edit, spelling corrected. Not sure how that slipped by me. Get it? Oh my good lord. These comments, LOL. And now, silver awards? UTF people. Lifehack 67. Eating candied ginger helps with nausea. Any ginger really. But candied ginger is much better tasting. Edit. I see this really got people talking. Glad to see other remedies are helping, and the community giving each other tips. Thanks for the award, and be excellent to each other. Second edit, chronic nausea is a different animal, and I hope those suffering with it get medical help. Ginger isn't a cure for all nausea, and lots of things can cause it, such as vertigo, which is an obnoxious thing to have, and ginger won't help. I have that. And it's no fun. I use ginger for migraine nausea myself, which I also get. Lifehack 68. I saw a comment on one of these kind of threads that recommended gently rocking back and forth while pooping. I've never had any problems in the bathroom, but I happened to be sitting on the toilet when I read the comment, so I decided to give it a test drive. I was pleasantly surprised at how quick and effortless the whole experience was, and I haven't gone back to my old stationary technique since. As a bonus, Subra 1 and Number 2 now require the same amount of time in the bathroom. Lifehack 69. If you have funky armpits and need to fix them fast, use hand sanitizer. I figured this out years ago when I remembered that the smell comes from bacteria reactions, which antibacterial hand gel kills stone dead. Instant results, and the medical smell lasts only a minute. Don't do this routinely though, as it's delicate skin. Lifehack 70s. If you're a dude, pulling the other dude's hair or kicking him in the nuts in a street fight is allowed. There are no rules in a fight if the difference between you winning or losing is a concussion or ending up dead. Lifehack 71. If you have a dishwasher, I'm sure you're familiar with the vague annoyance of pools of water being left on your dishes. After the cycle is done, grab a clean towel and hang it flat on the inside of the door and close gently. Don't slam it. It's okay to be open a crack still, and wait about 30 minutes. Your dishes will be completely dry. Edit. You should do this as close to the finish of the cycle as possible when it's still warm inside. Lifehack 72. Might be really esoteric, but when I moved out on my own, I took the modem and internet service provider with me, but the account stayed under my mother's name. I thought it'd be fine, but last year they jacked up the bill from $70 to over $100. So I cancelled the account, opened one in my name with the same ISP, and got a shiny new customer package that was the exact same internet speed for $50. I felt so big-brained when it worked. Lifehack 73. Mosquitoes. Bites be gone. This hack is the most valuable thing I've learned in my whole life. Heat of the back of a spoon with hot water. Then apply the back of the spoon to the bite. I usually do it twice for good measure. The spoon needs to be hot enough to keep on the skin without burning yourself. So test the heat before you press it down. Keep it on until the heat dissipates. Bite will stop itching almost immediately. Usually the bite ha completely disappeared within an hour. This only works with mosquitoes from my experience. Lifehack 74. Every male should know this. If you want to get rid of an awkward boner, flex any muscle in your body, maybe an arm, for a minute. The blood will rush to that muscle and away from your dick. Crisis averted. Lifehack 75. Got fridge hard butter and you want to bake? Cheese, grate it. It will still be work if you're hand mixing, but it's better than trying to chop it. Microwaves exist, but it sucks when the butter splits. Lifehack 76, one that I saw recently. If you're painting using painter's tape, doing corners or stripes, etc., first paint along the edges with the color that's under the tape. Let it dry a little so it won't mix. Then put your two-color in. It stops the bleed effect because that won't be visible and now the tape is sealed. E.g., if you're putting a red stripe on a gray wall, put your 2 bits of tape down, then paint the inner edges with gray. Then paint with red. When you remove it, the bleed will be gray on gray and your red stripe will be crisp. Lifehack 77. Keep the instructions for any IKEA furniture you get. They are also online. Then if you have to move, you can disassemble them and save a lot of moving expenses due to the reduced space requirement. A large number of college textbooks have free PDF versions or are much cheaper as digital books. It's also worth buddying up to your upperclassmen and try to borrow their old books. Lifehack 78. When you're in a public freakout, instead of simply recording it with your phone, record it in slow motion mode. It will capture more information, and you will have less blur when trying to identify people and car plates. Lifehack 79. Use a pop socket to hang jewelry on a flat wall-bed frame. I use it to hang my necklace up every night. Sounds stupid, but it's right next to where I sleep. So if I forget to take it off, I don't have to get up. And it hasn't tangled once since I started using it. Saves the hassle of untangling a tiny chain. Plus, you can't get cool-looking ones to match whatever. And depending on the quality, they could last years. Mine fell off my phone case, so I stuck it to my bed frame over a year ago. I've had to remove it once. Still stuck there. Still does. Its job. Lifehack 80. Wearing a seatbelt. You'd think people would do that. But no, I'm a nurse on a trauma unit, and I've seen people's lives change because they weren't wearing a seatbelt and got into an accident. Please wear your damn seatbelt. Lifehack 81. When using the on-ramp to a freeway or interstate and the posted speed limit is 65, get up to 65 before actually merging into traffic. Slow merging assholes cause the people coming up on you to slow down and change lanes, which increases the chances of accidents and traffic congestion. Lifehack 82. If you can't open a jar with a screw-off lid, hit the top edge of the lid with the back of a spoon. Go the whole way around, whacking it, and then try to open it. It'll open super easy. No more having to find someone to open the jar or hurting your hands trying to get the lid off. Lifehack 83. Not sure if this is common knowledge or not, but if you're watching YouTube on your phone, just scroll to the end and restart the vid to skip all ads. Doesn't work with playlists though. Anyway, for those of you who didn't know, are welcome. Lifehack 84. When you are trying to learn something new, try mnemonics. They are amazing and have changed my life. The idea is to make up a silly life hack or imagery to go along with the things you are trying to remember. I am learning Japanese. Some of my word stories are straightforward and easy to make up, and others are a bit more abstract. Your brain has a tendency to remember stories more easily than random information. Instead of reading it over and over, you are giving your brain some context to draw from. It takes maybe 5 read-throughs instead of 20 or more for me to fully retain info now that I know. This method here are some examples. Nurse. When I am sick, I kangoshi, can go see. The nurse. Hair. I picture a wild, unruly child with crazy matted hair running around. I yell, "Kami over here so I can brush your hair." Kami is hair. Usually my skates were really tight, but sometimes the laces would undo in the middle of a jump. Make up characters and scenarios. It is a bit more work up front, but I have to spend way less time studying now and actually have memory retention to show for it. Lifehack 85. If you stand up too fast and your head starts to spin, rush, blackout, tighten your abs as hard as you can, and it'll help drastically reduce the head rush. You can also do it preemptively to help stop it before it even happens. Lifehack 86. Super late, but I feel like this one trick has been spread so much that I'd like to present an alternative. If you forget someone's name and you've been introduced already, have spent some time talking, and perhaps you've even connected a bit. Don't say, "What's your name?" No, your last name. Do say, "I'm sorry, I forgot your name. Can you tell me again?" Nobody asks you what your name is, expecting you to say your last name, unless you're in organized sports or in jail. And if you are sincere, a quick apology and asking them again is totally okay. We all forget names sometimes. Some of us lighting fast and as consistent as a Tuesday morning, but it's okay to ask again. Lifehack 87. More life advice than a life hack, but a dropped knife doesn't have a handle. If you ever drop a kitchen knife or other bladed instrument, just let it fall. Trying to catch it will almost certainly give you a nasty slice on the hand. Lifehack 88. Pay yourself first. No matter how much or how little you make, take 10% of your paycheck and put it in an emergency fund before you buy or pay for anything else. That strategy has saved my ass on numerous occasions. Lifehack 89. Splash some water your face. As a mammal, you have a diving instinct, so water on your face triggers a response. You wake up, there's more oxygen to your brain. You feel better. Plus, your face is wet. Lifehack 90. Use whitening toothpaste and a little water with a paper towel to clean stained dry erase boards. It easily removes ink and doesn't spread it around like rubbing alcohol. Works on boards that have been stained for years. Lifehack 91. You probably don't have cable, but I bet your parents do. Cable subscriptions come with access to the apps for individual channels. All you need to do to access said channels is click the Login with my subscriber button. It will come up with a website and code number. Text your parents the website while they're at home. It must be connected to Wi-Fi, and tell them to enter the code in the box that pops up. That's it. Your device should stay logged in, and you can watch all the shows on this channel. This works great for all sorts of things. It's how we watch football games. My kids watch shows on Nick Jr. and so on. I still use my subscription services way more, but it prevents the need for additional ones to watch certain stuff. Life hack 92. If you get a splinter that is still partially sticking out of the skin, put a drop of Elmer's glue on it and let it dry. When you peel the dried glue off your finger, the splinter will be stuck on the glue and pop right off with it. Life hack 93. To get rid of fried oil smells in the kitchen house, take 1 cup of water, 1 tablespoon of vinegar, and add rosemary, vanilla extract, cinnamon stick, bay leaf, and boil. Grease smell goes away and house smells great. Works great after buffalo wing night. Life hack 94. Learn to distance yourself from your thoughts. Realize that, at any given moment, you can become aware of what you're thinking about. Just ask yourself internally, what am I thinking about right now? By doing so, you see that you are not your thoughts. You are aware of your thoughts. Therefore, you are not your mind, the thing doing the thinking. You are the thing that is aware of your mind, i.e., you are aware of your thinking. You aren't defined by your thinking. This can really help with things like body image issues, insecurities, anxiety. It's the essence of meditation. The expression goes, meditation. It's not what you think, and it's true. It's not about what you think. It's being aware that you're thinking. A lot of people say, I think, but they don't say, I beat my heart. They say, my heart beats. The beating of the heart happens whether or not we want it to. Same thing with thinking. It's going on, whether or not we want it to. Become aware of that. You aren't defined by your thoughts. Life hack 95. Ever have a split butt knuckle? Some of us cold climate people know about it. Dry air plus tight clothing plus clothing layers. A split in the skin at the tailbone. A split butt knuckle. The cure? Warm water bath with baking soda. Rinse. Pat dry, no rubbing. Dry with a hair dryer. Then apply a layer of Carmex. Cured overnight. Life hack 96. Picking a door latch with a credit card. Locked myself out of my office, indoor, and had to decide to either crawl through the ceiling and cut a hole through drywall ceiling or damage the whole door. Didn't have time to call a locksmith, and my car keys were inside the office. Looked up how to pick a door latch on YouTube and successfully executed it in a few tries after watching. Saved me so much time and trouble. Life hack 77. Use vinegar to wash anything stinky. Gym shoes, clothes left in a plastic bag, etc. Regular detergent and whatnot usually still leaves a bit of smell. Add half a cup of white vinegar to the wash. Smell gone. Even works on skunk, though if your fabric can take it and not get bleached. Hydrogen peroxide and baking soda works better. Life hack 98. Use Noxzema cream to treat sunburns. As soon as you realized you are burnt, rinse the area with cool water. Pat mostly dry, and slather a thick layer of Noxzema on. Don't wash it off. Just leave it. Once the cream has dried, you can rise off and reapply if you want. It works surprisingly well. Life hack 99. When you have hiccups, tilt your head to the side. Keep it that way. Hold your breath and take 8 small gulps of water. Hiccups will be gone. My friend's dad, who was a neurosurgeon, taught me it. I thought he was just making it up and gave the reason that it relaxed the diaphragm. Either way, it works. Life hack 100. When it is icy or going through somewhere wet, always have both hands free to break any fall. When working with a job you know has safety hazard, always be on the lookout. My co-worker broke her wrist because someone forgot to put the pallet in the correction location. Sometimes people are out to get you, or maybe not even thinking of you or your safety. So always got to have your own back.